Welcome to AI Evening News. Tonight, OpenAI's offer to Washington, Anthropic's own chip, Microsoft's deployment org, NVIDIA sharing cloud revenue, ByteDance's learning benchmark, Fable 5 leaving the plans, and Portugal's open model. But the headliner is Claude Code, artifacts open to Pro and Max. Next, the second half of today's topics. Artifacts in Claude Code just opened up to Pro and Max plans. Ask for an artifact, and Claude writes the code, publishes it live to Claude.ai, and keeps updating the page while it works. Think PR walkthroughs, dashboards, or an incident page that pulls the failing test and the error spike together. On Team and Enterprise, you can share to your whole org. On Pro and Max, the pages stay private to you. The coding tool quietly became a publishing tool. OpenAI has reportedly offered the U.S. government a 5% stake. At OpenAI's $852 billion valuation, that's worth about $42.6 billion. Sam Altman floated the idea back in 2025 as a way to share AI's upside with the public, and the plan imagines Anthropic, Google, and Meta doing the same into a sovereign wealth fund. The information reports that Anthropic has started early work on its own AI chip, one built for inference. It's still preliminary, no prototype, no signed deal, just a team that recently added an ex-OpenAI silicon engineer, Clive Chan. Today, Anthropic leans on AWS Trainium, Google's TPUs, and NVIDIA GPUs, and it says those stay foundational. But its own silicon would loosen that dependence. And the foundry it's reportedly talking to? Samsung, about its 2-nanometer process. Microsoft is standing up a new engineering organization called Microsoft Frontier Company, backed by $2.5 billion and more than 6,000 experts. Instead of just selling software, it embeds those people with customers to co-design and deploy AI systems, and it gets paid on business outcomes. Crucially, it's model agnostic. You can build on OpenAI, Anthropic, or open source, and Microsoft says your data and IP won't train its models. Judson Althoff calls it the largest outcome-driven engineering org in the industry. The race is moving from models to the last mile. NVIDIA is changing how it makes money. Instead of just selling GPUs and walking away, it's co-building large AI factories with cloud partners. It takes a share of the cloud revenue and even offers credit support to finance the build-out. Partners like Sharon AI and Firmus handle siting, power, and hardware, so companies like Base 10, Fireworks AI, and Together AI get full-stack NVIDIA compute without any of that. The chip vendor is quietly becoming the landlord. ByteDance's seed team built EdgeBench to test something new, how well AI agents learn from a real environment over time. It's 134 day-long tasks across 6 areas, with 51 released so far, and about 38,000 hours of agent runs. In each task, the agent tries, gets fine-grained feedback, and keeps iterating for 12 hours or more. Plot the results, and you get a smooth S-curve. The headline finding? The frontier's learning speed is roughly doubling every 3 months. One more Claude note. Claude Fable 5 is about to leave the subscription plans. July 7th is the last day it's included. After that, on July 8th, Pro, Max, and Team keep access, but at metered pay-per-token API pricing. Until then, you still get Fable in up to half your weekly limits. Anthropic's Tariq confirmed it and stressed the goal is to bring Fable back as a standard part of subscriptions as soon as capacity allows. Here's a different kind of AI story. A consortium of Portuguese universities just released AMALIA, the country's first open large language model built for European Portuguese. At its core is a 9 billion parameter model, AMALIA 9B, plus a vision language version. They didn't start from scratch. They took the open Euro LLM 9B, extended it to a 32K context, and tuned it for their language. The model, the training data, and the code are all open, backed by about 5.5 million euros in EU funds and more than 60 researchers. On translated benchmarks, it matches the baselines. On European Portuguese tests, it beats them. Not every capable model has to come out of Silicon Valley or Beijing. If today's signal was useful, subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's briefing.